Hello everyone and welcome. In case you haven't noticed, we are moving from a world where the transferring of money will go from taking 2 or 3 days to taking place instantly. Not only that, but those payments will be more secure and at a significantly lower cost. That means that old legacy systems will need to be updated or modernized to facilitate this new way of transferring funds. So what's going to help do this? Well, welcome the ISO-20022 standard. It's important to note that when money is being transferred from one party to another party, it's not just the funds themselves that are being transferred. It's also information or messages relating to the type of transaction as well as the parties that are involved. The ISO-20022 standard helps facilitate both on one global standard. This standard will not only affect cross-border payments, but it will also affect the transferring of assets that get tokenized and get moved around on the blockchain and distributed ledger technology from one party to another party. In this video, I'll highlight the importance of the standard and how we can best position ourselves in the right cryptocurrencies that will take advantage of it. Now, the SWIFT system is one of the commonly known messaging systems that is used to help facilitate financial transactions. SWIFT stands for the Society of Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. It's a messaging system that runs on a network of financial institutions globally. It is used by thousands of banks worldwide to communicate information on financial transactions in a secure and standardized way. Now notice what SWIFT on their very own website say about the new ISO 20022 standard. Under the heading Quality Data means Quality Payments, it says ISO 20022 is an increasingly established global language for payments messaging. Already used by payment systems in over 70 countries, in the coming years it will be the de facto standard for high-value payment systems of all reserve currencies, supporting 80% of global volumes and 87% of value of transactions worldwide. Now that's fairly significant, wouldn't you say? This is also confirmed for us on JP Morgan's website, where they make the statement, major currencies will be operating with ISO before 2025 to reap the benefits. And that was a quote from Stefan Lindsay, Head of Standards at SWIFT. Then there was this article entitled SWIFT's ISO 20022 Services for Cross-Border Payments Ready for Customer Testing. What were some of the highlights here? Well, take note of this one. This test environment was essentially to ensure that all financial institutions on the SWIFT network can continue to transact as normal during the industry's migration, which starts in November 2022 and runs to November 2025. SWIFT has made inflow translation available for testing early to help banks familiarize themselves with ISO 20022 and gain experience in the new operational environment. Then it says, all banks will automatically be enrolled in the service in November 2022 to coincide with the mandatory start of cross-border migration and the go-live of ISO 20022 for high-value payments in the Eurozone. And towards the end of this article, it really highlights the global reach that SWIFT have that are looking to migrate onto the new standard. It says our messaging platform, products and services connect more than 11,000 banking and security organizations, market infrastructures and corporate customers in more than 200 countries and territories. Now you can start to see the scope of how big the ISO standard really is and what it will mean for those cryptocurrencies that are compliant, which the banks will choose to use. This truly is a big deal. Here is a visual representation of the migration schedule. You can see here that we've covered SWIFT, which has a big global footprint, but we see Europe involved, United States, and the UK as well. So full migration should take place, according to the schedule, by November 2025, and it is at this point in time that I would expect all those compliant cryptocurrencies that are most widely used to see their full price potential. You can see here that this whole system has been very well thought out and planned in advance. Now, to help drive this innovation forward, I found 3 different bodies set up to help facilitate this. The first one is called the ISO-222 Real-Time Payments Group, RTPG. Now, notice who are the members of this particular body. It says here that the RTPG comprises a broad group of more than 70 stakeholders from 17 countries. They are Australia, Austria, Belgium, Canada, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, India, Italy, Japan, Norway, Poland, Switzerland, the Netherlands, UK, and the US, with representation from payments associations, payment service providers, financial institutions, international and domestic clearinghouses, payment schemes, regulators, and the supply side, in order to drive this international standardization necessary to implement a globally accepted and cross-border standard. Now, the second group that are involved are called the Standards Evaluation Group. And on the left-hand side are a list of all the member countries, and on the right-hand side are the organizations that represent them. So I'll just take you through that list. It's quite an exhaustive one, quite a few countries there involved in the project. And you also notice that the company Ripple is in there too. You think that's a coincidence? There you go. Now, just for the moment, I'd like to focus on this one company. We'll drill a little bit deeper here into NPP Australia Limited, see who they are and who this group comprise of. So who are NPP? It stands for New Payments Platform. Now, NPP Australia is responsible for maintaining and developing the platform to ensure it evolves to meet the future needs of our industry, consumers and businesses. Our approach to enabling access to the infrastructure is focused on encouraging competition within the Australian financial services sector. NPP Australia operates on a guiding principle of being economically self-sustaining. Now notice who owns NPP. It's owned by 14 different organisations. You can see there you've got the 4 biggest banks in Australia. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you've got the Reserve Bank of Australia as well, showing you how serious they really are about moving to this new standard. Now, the third interesting body I found associated with faster payments is this one here called the US Faster Payments Council. Why this council? Well, they say here the Faster Payments Task Force believe that an industry-led framework for cross-solution collaboration and decision-making is needed to support achievement of faster, ubiquitous, broadly inclusive, safe, highly secure, and efficient payment system. Now, this is an interesting one because guess who's now working for this council? In case you weren't aware, Craig DeWitt has been working for Ripple. It says here that he is the Director of Product at Ripple, the world's leading provider of enterprise blockchain solutions for global payments. And now he is moving to, according to his own words, he says, proud to share, I've been selected as Vice Chair, US Faster Payments Council for cross-border payments, investigating CBDCs and the best in-class technologies to make them possible. What a small world it really is. So how has Ripple, the company that advocates the XRP ledger, been going? Well, in a tweet, they made the statement that RippleNet surged in 2021, but is primed for even more explosive growth in 2022, with now 20 plus countries accessible for ODL or on-demand liquidity, and international volumes are up 25 times since the third quarter last year. They state here that the native future for crypto is looking bright. So great strides made there, and this is certainly great for XRP holders going forward. So which ISO compliant cryptocurrency is the most likely to see the biggest price appreciation? Well, I found this article on Phemex.com, and I'll leave a link in the description that answers that question. It says, so far, the only 2 compatible cryptos are Ripple's XRP and Stellar Lumen's XLM. It's rumored that cryptos like IOTA and Algo are also compliant. However, Ripple is the only crypto player that's officially part of the ISO-20022 management group. What qualifies Ripple to be a member of this group along with such major players as Visa and MasterCard? Ripple is currently the second largest fintech company in the United States, only falling behind Stripe. Ripple's two main cryptos, XRP and XLM, are both designed to move money at a very fast speed and very low cost. And then later on, in the last paragraph, it says there, the main difference between Ripple's two cryptos is that XRP is geared towards the banking sector and XLM is geared towards governments and digital currencies. For one, Ukraine chose XLM to build its official digital currency, or CBDC. So there you have it. A lot of these ISO-compliant cryptocurrencies have not quite yet seen the price appreciation as a lot of their counterparts. But just like a house that's built on a solid foundation is in a position to stand the test of time, I believe it's these ISO-20022 compliant cryptocurrencies that will see the largest and most sustainable price appreciations going forward. If we haven't already got some exposure to them, well, why not? Diversify into them a little bit and just see how you go. I believe it is these cryptocurrencies that are the ones that will be the biggest players in that wealth transfer, the biggest wealth transfer that we've seen in over 100 years, as these are the ones that are changing our financial infrastructure going forward. I hope this video was of value to you. If you liked it, hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.